All right, my friends, hello. It's Katie Rubin, your friendly neighborhood modern mystic, energy healer, divine light channel, actor, comedian, comedy producer, storytelling producer. I like to say the things I do and the things I am as a sort of inspiration point at the beginning of these videos about, remember, you don't have to be one thing and you don't have to niche down the way the marketing people tell you. You don't have to be anything you're fucking not. You can be you and do what works for you. If niching down works for you, niche down, bitch. If it doesn't, don't. And trust. You weren't made universally, okay, because like in a fucked up way where the things that are true about you are a problem in reality. The only problem with the way you were made is your judgments of the way you were made and the judgments our world has of the way you were made. So if the world judges you, fuck you, the world, fuck you, the world, oh, fuck you. How about that? Because the world is only judging you and telling you to be a way that it thinks you should be because it is insecure about how it is. So any judgment at all, whether it comes internally or from the outside, lies. Let's move along. In the meantime, here's your 3-card spread for the end of the week. In the recent past, we have the dry desert. We're gonna talk about it. In the present moment, we're in the spirit of place. Very weird card, very complicated card. And the outcome is the goblins card. So let's talk about what's happening for you right now. Okay. So in the recent past, we have the dry motherfucking desert. Just dry as a bone. There she is alone, wandering, looking into the distance, bird in the sky, cactus on the horizon. Dig deep for inspiration and truth. Now is the time to become resilient and adaptable. Like when you get zits on your chin in your 40s that then become whatever these are. Is your life presenting you with opportunities that seem to yield nothing? Have your ideas dried up? Does it feel like you're on an endless journey through a dry, hot, lifeless desert? This card reminds you that there are times when you're meant to become resilient as you journey through harsher circumstances. Let's hear that sentence again. This card reminds you that there are times when you're meant to become resilient as you journey through harsher circumstances. You're being required to conserve your energy until after consistent effort, you reach the oasis you're searching for. Consider the creatures that live in these conditions. They've adapted to thrive in spite of the outer environment. In a desert, water, essential for life, can be found deep underground. Go deep within yourself now. Find your truth there. Let spirit sustain you while you locate the real source. Whatever it is you're asking about will not be found in the conditions you're in until you move past the surface of things and choose to do the real work and discover the answers deep within you. This may not seem like the most productive time, but looks are deceiving. This is a most important place to find what's truly right for you. Another way I like to frame what this card is talking about is it's saying like, look, things aren't coming back the way you might like them, or they weren't in the recent past, okay? Because this is the recent past position. But this is a time for you to get clear on what's very important to you. When stuff's not coming back, you can kind of get clear on, do I really care? Or is my ego just attached to the idea that I should care? Do I really care? You're journeying through harsher circumstances, A, to become resilient, but B, because you're being given a reflection of, is this really what you want? And if so, great. Just be patient. You're going through a harsh moment. It's going to change. This too shall pass. Everything passes. In the present moment, here we are in the spirit of place. This is an interesting card. Let's talk about it. Authenticity is the essence of power. Authenticity is the essence of power. Our ancient ancestors believed that every place has a spirit looking after it or embodying it. Just as we have a soul, the plants, trees, birds, mountains, and rivers have their own essences. When the spirit of place arrives in your reading, it says that the answer to your query is in the overarching theme of your circumstances. So when you look at your circumstances right now, like what is the big thematic what is the theme? What is the overarching topic at hand? What is this moment about? What are the separate problems you're in the middle of or challenges you're facing currently, each thematically connected by? When the Spirit of Place card arrives in your reading, it says that the answer to your query is in the overarching theme of your circumstances. Is your question about a struggle? The answer is relax and let go of your need to control the situation. If your inquiry relates to finding love, then embody love rather than longing for it. Once you find the essential truth that underlies your question and name it, you'll discover the answer you've been seeking. Your greatest power is your authenticity. There's a lot in this. Authenticity is the essence of power. When she's talking about the Spirit of Place, and she's talking about, you know, a theme that it could or would be or is associated with the different circumstances you're facing right now. We can't get to clarity about what the theme is if we're not authentic about what's going on. Okay, so let me give you an example. Like, I don't know, you might be feeling impatient about, I don't know, you might be wanting like, let's say you're buying a car and you can't, nobody's calling you back. And you're waiting for a job, but the job, you know, nobody's responding. And you're dating someone, but your communication isn't right. If you were to look at all three of the situations, you'd have to be pretty authentic with yourself and pretty honest with yourself to be able to see what the connective thread and the connective tissue is between each issue at hand. So that's what this card is about. Can you be honest enough with yourself and authentic enough with yourself and with consciousness and with spirit and with the people in your life to own what is the connective theme between each of the challenges you're currently facing? You'll get a lot of insight, downloads, and wisdom. If so, the outcome is the Goblins card. Fear is an illusion, except for when it's not. So, in other words, sometimes you have healthy fear. This is not in here, this is what I know. Sometimes you have healthy fear. Healthy fear says, like, don't stand in the middle of the street when the truck is coming. Or, I've learned this lesson in my life before and I'm feeling afraid. Let me just ignore that fear because fear is always a lie. Nope. Sometimes you're feeling a fear because the wisdom you've gleaned from your life experience is showing you, don't go down this fucking street again. Or if you're gonna go down it, be very conscientious and communicative and clear. Okay? So I want to add that. Choose love today, forgive yourself and others. Remember, the outcome card we're looking at right now is the Goblins card. Goblins are born when you're wounded and something essential is lost in the experience. From that point on, as you forget your wholeness, they remain with you, the goblins, in the shadows. There, they remind you of what brought them into being by mimicking your own voice, tricking you into believing that you're unworthy, victimized, or unlovable. They hold you hostage through low self-worth, self-sabotage, and the feeling that you're lacking what you need. If goblins pay you a visit, know that they represent the shadow of your own self or someone else's, and that they're leading you into a potentially reactive situation. A goblin's card appearance is an opportunity for growth, however, and a signal that you must love yourself. No human is without flaws. The goblin's message is that you must release resentments and negative self-talk. Within you is the spark of the divine. Ask spirit to help heal you. Miracles can and do happen. Let go of negativity. Yeah. Okay. It's very interesting. So because you've had a dry desert series of moments in the recent past, and because you come to the present moment where you're being asked to look at what, can you be honest and truthful and authentic enough to own what the theme is? What is your part in your reality? What have you done to co-create the circumstances of your reality? What is the thematic thread connecting each of the challenges you're experiencing? And the outcome is you're probably sitting right now with some of your low self-esteem, low self-worth, all born of the trauma of your childhood or the trauma of your past or whatever it might be born of. So the Goblins card reminds us, and this is for the coming 1 or 2 days, not a very long time, but the Goblins card is saying, like, I get it. Your self-esteem is, you're feeling triggered. You're feeling like, Sorry, I heard a weird background noise. Okay, like all your low self-esteem stuff, your low self-worth stuff is up. Okay, great. Understand mentally, all of that is coming from the past. It is not happening. It is not true. Choose to reframe reality. Understand you have worth and value inherently just by being a human being. You are worthy and valuable because you exist. Period. And if you can't get yourself to know that, that's when it's time to do some nice healing work, some integration work, some grief work with your heart. You know, we can only ever not find our own worth and value when there's stuff on our hearts blocking us from communing with it. That's the simplest way to put everything. So therapy and somatic work and healing work and energy work, all of it is designed to just process all the gunk that's sitting on your heart from all the stuff that happened in the past, so that you can become free in the heart. When you're free in the heart, you love yourself because your heart is love. And there's no reason not to love yourself. There's actually no reason not to love yourself, ever. No matter what you've done or who you've been or where you've been or what you've failed at or what you've succeeded at, self-love is a birthright you have. It just sometimes takes work to get your heart to the state of purity and openness and receptivity where you can receive that. Some people do this through going to church. Some people do this through therapy. Some people do it through energy healing. It's all the same at the end of the day. How do we get ourselves back to self-love? If you'd like to try the way I do, go to katierubin.com, book your session or your package, and let's dive in. Let's see, locally, Jacksonville, Florida, stand-up comedy writing class and stand-up comedy performance begins May 14th. Not this Sunday, but the Sunday after that. Check out firstcoastcomedy.com to sign up for that class if you want to learn how to write stand-up comedy jokes. Acting class for working actors begins, what day is it? Who am I? Next week, Monday and Tuesday. Day class, 11 to 1 Mondays. Evening class, Tuesdays, 7:30 to 9:30. This is for if you've already worked at any capacity as an actor and you're looking to deepen your craft and sort of tighten the loose knobs on your skill set. Let's go ahead and deepen in with you. We explore using Stanislavski tools, Meisner tools, and the tools of Seth Barish, as well as the tools of Katie Rubin. I hope you guys are doing great. Please be kind to yourself this week and this weekend. Have a good Friday. And be grateful you don't have